And just when, I mean, I've been here for like 2 weeks now. Again, I was only supposed to be here for about 3 days, turned into 2 weeks. And dude, I was having such a fun time with all the black folks. Me and all my black folks were vibing, dude. Old, young, the thug in line, the old ladies that cooking behind the counters, you know, the waitresses, like walking down Bourbon Street, like even the scammers, even the scammy people on Bourbon Street. You're still just kind of like joking around with them, laughing. I'm like, oh, haha, yeah, I'm not giving you money. But you know, you're funny. Right on, brother. Like, we're just fun, having a fun time. Everything's good. And I kind of was being like, man, black people in New Orleans are awesome. Black people in New Orleans are hilarious. They're fun. They're friendly. They're awesome. Vibing. But never relax, man. As soon as I let my guard down, the last night I'm in town, this happened. This story I'm about to rant happened. So I'm walking down the street. We're actually filming glasses content. So in a future episode, you'll see this. I'll put this into the episode when I'm in the New Orleans, the very end of that series of episodes of me in New Orleans, walking around the streets, recording content on the glasses. We're walking around. I'm literally like, dude, I have 10 minutes left before my glasses die. Walk up to this guy. He's like a funny, fun black man. He's standing there. He has 2 card tables set up with 2 chess sets. And it's signs that say $10 a play, $20 if you win, right? That's the whole gimmick. Like, he's definitely hustling people. Once in a while, he probably gets hustled by someone who's actually really good. But for the most part, he's probably getting people who think they're good. He's hustling them. He's taking their $10. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to play this. I'm not playing money to lose to you in chess, right? So we're standing there, we're talking, we're vibing, and he's just being funny. Like, we're laughing, we're talking. He's like, hey, you should help this girl, give her advice. And so we're kind of like, you know, oh, you should do this. And I'm kind of getting invested. And I'm like, and he kind of keeps being, you know, he keeps saying like, hey man, come on, there's another chess set over here. Let's play. And I'm like, dude, I'm not paying you money to play chess. So a few times I'm like, no, bro, I'm good. I'm just here to watch. You know, and he keeps saying it, and we keep laughing, we keep vibing. And I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, dude, it might be good content. You know, again, we're doing like the recording thing. Might be good content, and you're funny, you're friendly. I kind of viewed it as like, all right, I'm basically tipping you. I'm basically like a street performer. Like, you see the bucket drummers on the side of the street, and you just drop a 10 in the bucket. That's how I was viewing this. Like, all right, bro, you're cool, you're funny. I'll play you real quick in chess. You're gonna beat me. I'll give you the $10 donation. Like, that was literally the vibe, the tone. We agreed. Everything was fine. You know, even a few times he said, like, you need change for a 20, brother? And I was like, yeah, but we'll deal with it after. You know, I was like, yeah, I got a 20, but we'll deal with it later, you know? The sign says $10. He's even saying that. He's acknowledging that. He even said, you know, 20 to the winner, 20 to the winner, 20 to the winner, 20 to the winner. He keeps saying that. And I even at one point was like, nah, dude, you're good. If I win, you can just keep it. And he started playing chess. And he keeps making these comments, 20 to the winner. All right, come on. You know, and he's like hyping me up and whatever. And I'm good, but not great. I played a little bit of chess. He caught me. He beat me. That's it. I'm like, is that checkmate? You got me, brother. Good game. And I shake his hand. And I go to get my wallet out, you know, because I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll give him, basically donate the $10. He beat me fair and square. He's funny. He's friendly. Here's his little $10 donation. So I get my wallet out, and I'm like, hey, yeah, let me get change for this. And he was like, no, it's 20. And I'm like, what? He was like, no, we agreed to $20. Let me get that. And I was like, no. So as I'm like literally physically wallet out, pulling the 20 out, I like put the 20 back in my wallet. Like, what are you talking about? No, I did not. He's like, yeah, we agreed to $20 to play. And I was like, no, you said $20 to win, $20 to winner. No, I said 20 to play. You agreed. You said, yeah, $20 to play, $20. You agreed. And he's starting to get like weird, like aggressive. And I'm like instantly the vibe went from being funny, jokey, yeah, whatever, man. Oh, hey, here, you know, to like being, whoa, chill, dude. What are you on? Now he's adamant. You owe me $20. And he's starting to kind of posture like he's moving towards me. I was like, dude, no, chill. I'm not giving you 20. I'll give you the 10. We promised the 10. We did a handshake. The whole time you were asking if I want to change for a 20. You wouldn't ask for change for a 20 unless the price was 10. I was like, dude, your sign right here. There's literally like a painted sign. I'm like, your sign says 10. I wouldn't have played for 20. Your sign says 10, you know. And it just turns into this stupid argument. And I was like, okay, dude, I'm not paying you then. Like, I put the money back in the wallet. Now he's angry. Now he's actually physically coming around the table to like be in my face. You're getting me hot. You're getting me angry. You're riling me up enough right now, besmirching me, lying about me, saying that I agreed. Like, that to me is the offense. I get it. You're a hustler. You're a swindler. You're like, oh yeah, here's a sucker. Let's see if I can, say the right magic couple words and catch him off guard, and he'll just give me the 20 and walk away. Like, I get it, bro. You're trying to get one over on me. But to just lie, to just say, like, you said you agreed to 20. It's like, no, I did not. And now you're lying about me. Now you're like dishonoring me. Now you're like besmirching my character, calling me a liar. I did not. I will not be called a liar. I will not be stolen from. I will not be like extorted. So I put the money back and I'm like, I'm out, dude. Bye. And I literally just start walking away. He grabs a bag. He was playing 2 games at once. So as this is happening, there's awkwardly like these girls he's playing against. He tells the girls, I'll be right back. He grabs this bag. I thought maybe it was a gun. The way he grabs this bag, he like had his hand in it, and he's following me now down Bourbon Street, yelling at the top of his lungs, give me my money, give me my money, give me my $20. And then at some point, we're like literally awkwardly, I'm walking away. He's chasing me, yelling this. Black man, not bigger than me, kind of whatever. You'll see, I guess in the future episodes, you'll see I literally have him on camera and I'll like point him out or whatever. But, we won't get too into all the little details, but I'm walking down the street and this guy is just literally awkwardly following me and aggressively yelling like, give me my money, give me my money. And he's going back and forth between saying $20 and 10, which is telling. It's like, and 1 minute it's like I owe him 20 and it's his money, quote unquote. And then the next minute it's like, no, I only owe him 10 now and it's still his money. Somehow it's his, not mine, as if I stole it from his hands, No one's helping, no one's stopping this. I'm like, you know what? There's National Guard at the end of the street. I'll just walk all the way down there and that'll just diffuse the situation. I'm also kind of expecting like maybe people will stop this. Like, what is even happening? Like, all of a sudden we're in this weird, intense, freaky, crazy, I have a screaming, angry black man with one hand in a mysterious black bag yelling, give me my money. And nobody's stopping it. And I'm just like walking away like, okay, And the annoying thing, the icing on the cake is usually I walk around. I've been walking around cities on my trip, on my journey. I always am strapped with pepper spray. I haven't been concealed carrying on my whole trip, but it's like I am always, no matter what, I have a little thing of pepper spray, literally for these exact moments, the just in case insanity, like just end the situation, spray, run, like get out of there, I kid you not, this was the one night I did not have my pepper spray on me. Before I went out that night, I couldn't find my pepper spray. I have a backup in my truck. I was like, you know what? I don't need to go walk all the way to my truck to get the pepper spray. We've been here for 2 weeks. Everyone's fun. Everyone's friendly. Like even the quote unquote bad guys. And I'm going to be on Bourbon Street. Nothing bad will happen. There's cops everywhere. There's people everywhere. I'm not going to need my pepper spray. And then flash forward 2 hours and I'm like, literally like, am I about to get shot? Am I about to get stabbed? Am I about to get like mugged and beaten? Like get the heck out of here, And I kid you not, it's like 5 blocks to this. And I keep stopping and turning around being like, no, I'm not giving you the money. Stop. I was like, we can go talk to the police about this. Also, the annoying thing is the whole week I was there up and down Bourbon Street, they have National Guard. Like, it's almost like you couldn't turn in any direction without seeing some kind of police or National Guard. And that was reassuring. It wasn't weird. It was actually kind of like, yeah, dude, this place is safe. No one's going to mess with you here. There's cameras everywhere. Every step you take is on camera. There's literally like strapped with ARs, National Guard walking around, police everywhere. Of course, this moment, there's not to be found. It's midnight. It's not anything like a crazy hour. People are just ignoring the situation. Security guards, bouncers at clubs were walking on by as this is happening, as this man is screaming at me, threatening me. Long story short, I just keep walking, kind of being like, dude, whatever. At one point I turn and I'm like, I just stand there like literally silent as he's just like in my face yelling, give me my money. And I'm laughing. I'm just like, dude, no. Like almost like ignoring him, like just standing here like this as he's just in my face. Give me my money. Give me my money. You give me my $10. Give me my $20. Give me my $10. And I'm looking around and there's just all these black men that are like the bouncers or the security guards for like the various different bars and clubs on the street. And I'm looking around at them all just look at me, you know? And here's my options. If what happens if I act? What happens if I react? What happens if I push him? If I'm the aggressor here? What side do you think they take? You know? I'm being lied about. I'm being chased down the street, threatened, you know, about to get assaulted. They're not doing anything. But if I was to do something, if I was the first to act, if I was going to do something, you'd know for a fact they would jump in. Just so annoying, you know? And so then, of course, I'm standing there. I'm like, dude, I'm not giving you this thing. I was like, we can go talk to the police. Let's go find the police. We can talk this out and see if I have your money or not. So I'm like, let's go, you know? And as I turn, I just get slapped from behind. I turn around. I'm like, all right, let's go find the police. And I just get slapped. My headphones, my over-the-ear headphones, like fall off my head. I like catch myself. Whoa, woozy. Like, what even just happened? He bends over, gets my headphones. He's now standing there with with my headphones in his hand, like, give me my money, give me my money. And I'm like, give me my headphones. Give me my money. Like, give me my headphones. So now for like 10 minutes, again, I'm like standing around just being like, hey, is anyone going to help me? Like, this guy just assaulted me and stole my headphones. Anyone? There's like 15 dudes like just standing at each, you know, interval of restaurant and business and just bystanders like walking by. Anyone going to help me? No, I'm just going to get slapped. White boy just gets slapped and assaulted and stolen from and accused and slandered against and lied against, you know, literally physically assaulted. And then again, what happens if I react? What happens if I now start charging? What happens if I'm now the one that's like, give me those headphones back? And I could have easily taken them. You know, it is like one of those like psychologically demoralizing things where like you just have to play by the rules when others aren't. You know, it's just like abused, mistreated, slandered, attacked, assaulted by someone I could like kill with my bare hands. Like, I literally, if I wanted to start charging him, I still don't know what was in that bag. After a few minutes, I realized that I think the bag might have just been his money or it's like personal possessions or something, and he was just kind of holding on to it. It also could have been a knife and could have been a gun. Either way, I could have easily disarmed him as well if I just charged. Like, I could have charged this guy. I could have overpowered him, tackled him to the ground, got him into a chokehold, ended it. I could have thrown punches if I could have gotten to the point where I was manhandling this guy. He was not that strong. He was old. You know, the problem is the second I start, you know, he can slap me, he can assault me, he can scream and lie and make a scene. No one's going to stop him. All his fellow brothers out here. Yeah, they're not going to do anything. They're not, I ain't no snitch. I ain't going to intervene. Oh, no, that's not my problem. They just turn and look away. They pretend like it's not happening. And then watch, the second I get aggressive and I'm like, give me my headphones back, I start getting a few punches in. I start getting some tackles in. I start getting them in a chokehold. You know, those people, oh, it's no longer, I ain't no snitch. I don't see nothing. Now all of a sudden they're like, break it up. Hey, calm down. Chill out, bro. Blah, blah, blah. And that's just the reality. Blacks are racist and whites aren't racist enough. Blacks take their side and whites don't, you know. And then it is the whole thing. Long story, I'm just rambling. I eventually just walk down the street. I give up on the headphones. All right, bro, you got my headphones. Great. Enjoy it. You got my $35 headphones that I've had for a year. Have fun with them, you know? And I'm just like, I'm going to go get the police now, and I'm going to be filing charges for assault. You have now assaulted me and stolen my headphones. It's like, could you not think, you know, are you unable to? I mean, I know they have low impulse control and stuff, you know, and they can't really think like 15 minutes behind them or 15 minutes in front of them very easily or very often, you know, not all, but most. Like, I know there's just this like inability to control yourselves. You know, someone says a word and you just can't control yourself physically from doing crimes. You know, someone refuses to get swindled by you, to be stolen from you, and you're going to like chase him down the street, slap him and steal his headphones and get charged with assault and robbery. You know, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty intense. Like, you could end up going to a lot of court, seeing jail time because you couldn't stop and be like, maybe the $10 isn't worth it. Maybe I did lie and try to cheat him out of something, and he caught me. He caught me with my hand in the cookie jar. Ooh. Oh yeah, I had to try it, man. Yeah, I tried. He got away. He didn't fall for it. But they can't help themselves. They can't control themselves, and all they know how to do is react violently, like law of the nature kind of style. Like might makes right. I'm gonna fight my way into victory in this situation. And it's like I have to play by the laws of civilization. I'm the one that's like, I'm not gonna go viral. I'm not gonna get hit with court costs. You know, he has now assaulted me and stolen my property. I'm in the right. I can press charges. These cameras now, if I react, I will also get pressed with, like, I will also face criminal charges. I will also have to deal with courts and lawyers and blah, blah, blah. Probably going to the jail tonight, spending the night in jail, getting booked, et cetera, et cetera. It's like I'm the one who's able to stand there and go, yeah, the consequences for me hitting him back are just not worth it. But out here, if we were out here at night and he did that, laws of nature say, I will kill you. You're going to threaten me and attack me and put me in a situation where I'm in fear for my life. I will end you. Little boy, little man. Not really, you know what I mean? But like, it just is funny. It's like the laws of nature don't apply. Like, so like if me and this guy were like trapped on a desert island, right? And there's like no food. It's just me and him. There's barely any water. There's like one banana tree and it has like 10 bananas on it. And that's all the food we can find on the island. And there's no civilization. There's no consequences. There's no legal laws. There's no rules we have to fly. It's just nature. It's just might makes right. It's just, hey, strong man wins. That man would not be breathing and I'd be eating the bananas. And he would not be breathing. Or I'd give him the option, you can go sit on the other side of the island and leave me alone as I eat these bananas because you're not going to win these bananas away from me. You know what I mean? Sorry, it's not happening. I might need to just put you down so that when I go to sleep tonight, you don't end me, coward. But it's just that. You get a situation where it's like you revert to just the law of the wild. It does become might makes right. Big, strong, athletic people can impose their will on other people. But when you live in civilization, when you live in a society, when you live in a tribe, in a community, now there's rules, now there's laws. Now there's consequences for your actions. Now you have to be smart and wise and control yourself. And, you know, certain people just have a problem doing that. They're very good in the wild. They're very good in the nature aspect of power dynamics and not very good at normal human society power dynamics. Like they can't really understand it. It's like on the island, I win. But in our clown world, in our society, I lose. You know? I have to play by these imaginary rules and like obey and be in control of my actions and my words. He gets to do whatever he wants, though. He gets to, for some reason, be like in this lawless state where he can just slap me and hit me and threaten me and say lies about me, slander me, wrong me, you know, and just gets away with it. Just walks away consequence free, you know. So we go to the police, nothing happens. And they're like, yeah, we kind of know who he is. We could probably try to find him. We might not. Like, he probably is a guy that posts up on the street, so we could probably keep an eye out for him and stuff. You could press charges, you know, but that's going to mean you're going to have to come back down here for court and all these legal fees. You're not going to win anything out of it. You're just going to like hit him with a thing on his record. And even the dude was like kind of, so there's two black cops that weren't very helpful. And then there's a white cop who's breaking it down for me factually, the detective on the scene. And he's just like, bro, I mean, and he's being real good about walking that line of being like, I can't actually give you advice, but let me just give you your options. Wink, wink. Let me show you how this option that you can do, you're free to do this option. Let me not stop you. It's not worth it. And here's your other option. Just do it, bro. It's not really worth it. And so the other option is just leave it alone, drop it, walk away. Or I can do the option where I press charges for assault, I press charges for robbery, I try to get my headphones back in a legal way. That's probably not going to happen. You know, what do I get? I'm not going to get compensated for it. I'm going to waste my time and money trying to do this. He's going to get something on his record. It'll probably just add more to his already criminal record. He might go to some jail or whatever, face some court costs. Probably not, though, actually. No, in America today. They probably just let him out. Doesn't matter how bad his criminal record is. You know, no, in American court systems, oh, he's a black man, just let him on out. He's out free. No foul. You can just go around slapping white people, stealing their stuff. Who cares? Let him out. Yeah, just add a little, you know, note. Another little note to his record: assault, robbery, theft, threats of violence, threats of murder, and then, oh, whatever, who cares? Just let him go. Let him walk scot-free. And again, I'm the one who obeys the rules. And I'm the one who ends up gets punished by losing my headphones. I get slapped, I lose my headphones because I obey the rules. This guy breaks the rules, slaps people, fights people, etc. I'm repeating myself at this point, but he just walks away scot-free. He gets to just set up his booth and scam people again the next night. Where's the justice? Look at the clown world we're in, The one with more control and wisdom wins in civilization. Or, just being black also. Being black, being a woman, being like a minority, being like anything other than a white man. You just kind of like get elevated, you get promoted, you get jobs, you get off scot-free. When you get to like crimes, you win in divorces, you get all the jobs, and you're getting all this preferential treatment, no consequences for your action, no jail time, no one's going to help you. You're not going to win on like the streets. You're not going to get street justice, and you're not going to get court justice. The courts are going to let that black man out with a slap on the wrist. You'll get charged. You'll face consequences. You'll go viral. You'll lose your job. You'll lose your friends and your family. You're going to face the consequences, white man, even if it's just matching what he did, even if it's just responding to what he did. You have to obey the rules, or else, well, everyone else, because they're a quote-unquote victim, they're a quote-unquote minority, get to do whatever they want. They can't help themselves. They can't control themselves. Let them do whatever they want. Slap people, steal from people, threaten people. So the reason we're talking about all this is one of those stories I probably wouldn't even want to like say. Just admit that I got slapped. Admit that I got owned, that I lost, Makes me look bad, right? But I'm bringing this up, I'm telling this story not to kind of showcase, hey, just never relax. I spent 2 weeks down here having such a fun time with all these black people. The last night, it was like I let my guard down. I didn't take the extra time to make sure I had pepper spray on me, put myself in bad situations. I shouldn't have been even anywhere close to accepting his offer to play that game, But I relaxed, let my guard down. Oh yeah, people here are so fun, so friendly. It's going to be fine. Everything's cool. There's cameras everywhere. There's police everywhere. There's people everywhere. I feel like I'm safe. Flash forward, I'm getting slapped and assaulted and my stuff stolen, Never relax, man. You can never relax around them. It's so true. It's not just a meme. Which is sad, because also they can be really fun. They can be really friendly. They can cook really good food. They can dance. They can paint. They can do all this really awesome, cool stuff. They can just be really fun, friendly people. I literally can just hang out with these people. My spirit animal is like elderly black lady. Like if I could just hang out with like 4 sassy 60, 70-year-old black mamas, black queens, that's my crowd, dude. I'll like watch TV with them. I'll do whatever they want, paint nails, whatever they want, whatever they do, I'll do whatever they do with them, and that's my people. That's who I belong with. That's who I like vibe with the most. Like that is my spirit animal, dude. I love black folks. But you just can't relax, which is so sad. It's like any little thing could set them off. You say the wrong word, you say the wrong thing, you do the wrong thing. You don't let them steal $20 from you, It can just snap on an instant. And they don't think of the consequences. They don't think of the long-term ramifications for what they're doing right now, And I say all this, I bring all this up not to say never relax out there, but also just to talk about the fact that I forgive him. I choose to let it go, but it's so hard, man. I am struggling. This just happened 2 nights ago. So all day yesterday, I am like clenched fist, like so mad about this. Like it's such an injustice. It's so unfair. It's so annoying. And I want my headphones back. He lied about me, stole my stuff. He assaulted me. And it's like, I've so badly all day, my flesh urge, like me as like a human being is like, I want justice. I want revenge. I want to make him hurt. I want payback. And I'm thinking of all the ways I could do that. Like I could walk up to his booth the next night. So last night, I'm like, you know what? I can go down to Bourbon Street one more time, walk up to his booth and start flipping the chess tables like Jesus in the temple, you know? Start being like the money changers and start flipping his chess tables. Yeah, take that, take that. So then you run up and steal his money bag and, you know, run up and, you know, maybe just stand there and just yell at people as they pass by. Like, this guy's a fraud. This guy's a violent animal. This guy's a jerk. This guy's going to steal your money. You know, maybe just run up and just steal some of the chess pieces so he can run away so he can't play for the rest of the night. You know, it's like I'm running in my head all the things where I'm like, ooh, I could get him back. I could get my things back, or I could get money. I could steal his money, or I could steal my headphones back maybe if he has them there. You know, I could just warn people not to get swindled by him. And, you know, but I'll have my pepper spray on me and it's open carry here. So maybe I can just open carry. You know, it's like I'm thinking of all the ways where I'm like, I could defend myself. I could win one over and get him back, get revenge. And all day, it's just like, dude, where's the righteousness in that? What about anything I'm wanting to do right now would bring God glory in any way? This is all what I want. This is what my flesh wants. I selfishly want revenge. I selfishly want my possessions back. I selfishly want to, like, repay eye for an eye. You know, this guy slapped me. I want to slap him back instead of turning the other cheek. You know, this guy stole my headphones. I want my headphones back, or I want to be compensated for them. I want money, you know. Or I could also give him my cloak when he comes for my tunic. You know, it's like the more I'm sitting there being like, how would Christ react? What would Christ do if he was confronted like this? He would forgive the man. He might even show up, and I was thinking that, even walk up there and tell him in person, I forgive you. I'm sorry for what I did. Here's $20 and keep my headphones. You know, oh, you came and stole my tunic? Here, also have my cloak. Oh yeah, you slapped me for that tunic? Here's my other cheek. Slap me on the other cheek, you know? And that's the radical inverse reality of Christ's righteousness. It's like it doesn't feel good. It doesn't satiate our flesh urge to, like, get him back, get the revenge, get the justice, you know? Here and now in this world, in this time, in this place. But eternal glory isn't about winning here and now. And we're going to get into that. But man, did I spend all day just being so hot, so fuming. Like, I could not get it out of my mind. I kept trying to be like, dude, drop it. Forgive him. Lord, help me forgive him and move on. And I'd try to, like, go move on and do something else. And it just kept coming back to me. That anger, that rage, it just kept getting in my thoughts. Like, you know, repeating what happened, like going over and over again, every little step and every little thing, and what I could do and what I could get away with and what I could do to get revenge on him and whatnot. And at the end of the day, eternal glory would be found in just realizing that that man is a lost soul. That was once a baby who slowly over the course of his life drifted away from God. And what he needs is to come back to God. And my reaction is only going to push him further away. You know? All I'm going to do is make him and his status with God worse. All I'm going to do is frustrate God more by trying to win, by me taking matters into my hand, by me trying to be in control, me feeling that urge of, like, yeah, now I win. I lost last night, but I'm going to win tonight. And God's like, I need you to win the spiritual battle, Sean. We are in a spiritual war, and I need to be bringing souls into my kingdom. And that's not going to happen. The more you're pushing them away by getting payback on them, getting revenge on them, one-upping them, making them feel bad, making them feel scared, you know, like you did or you were. Making them feel bad, making them feel angry, making them feel scared, you know, making them feel lost like you felt, pain like you felt, you know. What does your reaction do other than push them further away from God? Whether they know you're a Christian or not. It's just going to make them more mad, more angry, more violent, more aggressive in the future, you know? But that was also just a nice little bad stain on my awesome time here in town. Again, I was having such a good time. All the black folks were great until that night. All the people were great until that night. Bourbon Street was kind of fun until that night.